You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Before we even get to the battle, before I forget, people talk about, I guess there were guys putting stuff on Facebook from their battle, and evidently what you said was similar to them. So now, it's a lot of people saying that you steal bars from the lower tier guys.
Right.
Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, we can talk about it. There's not much to say besides the fact that I don't. But like I said in the battle, what I said in the battle was, should I know how it looks to y'all? I admitted that when I first denied, but it was so ridiculous to me at first, it wasn't worth replies. That's facts, you know what I'm saying? I seen people talking about it. I hit up Angry Fan, and Angry Fan will vouch for this. I hit up Angry Fan, and I said, yo, you gotta put me on the next show, so I can talk about it, so I can play the air. I thought about it for a day, and I was like, man, if I put my energy into this, it's gonna make it a bigger deal than it should be, especially because it's not true. You know what I'm saying? So he reached out to me to do the show, and I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I chose not to do it, especially because I didn't want to give him or anybody else the opportunity to get me on their radio show and try to make me look guilty for something that I don't do.
Defending something
that I've
that,
never done.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because depending on what he asks, it's going to look, me defending myself is going to look like I'm trying to stop you all from believing something that's true that's actually not. You know what I'm saying? So I opted against it. And I knew I had this battle coming up, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait for the battle, and I'm gonna put it in a way where people watching the battle will finally hear my side of the story. So I've kind of been tight-lipped about it. I've said little shits here and there on Twitter and Facebook, but for the most part, I've been very tight-lipped about it, about everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted people to watch the battle and say, yo, he finally, you know what I'm saying? He finally addressed the shit. You know what I'm saying? We've been waiting to see him address the shit. We've been waiting to hear him talk about it. And now he is, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that will add interest and views to the battle, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of played it like chess, man, you know what I'm saying? I played it with a strategy behind it. And, but that explains kind of my second round and why I did what I did in the second round to kind of explain it.
I want to add to that for you. As a battle rap fan, and I've been watching this for so long, I always have that question to myself, like, damn, how can these guys keep coming up with stuff and people not bumping heads? Like, there's only so many words in the English language.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, sooner or later, people are gonna come up with schemes and say things that sound similar.
Right.
Especially after all these bars, especially from the new tiers and so on and so forth.
Right.
I'm explaining that for you.
Facts. and that's all true, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's really not difficult. Like, if I wanted to, I could go through True Keys battles and then find a bunch of people who said similar or the same shit. It's not difficult when you rely on wordplay. When you rely on wordplay, you're gonna hear a nigga say, for instance, verse me, QP said, buy bull. I did that verse JC 3 years ago. I use that same, you know what I'm saying? What's up, bro? There's a lot of things you're gonna hear from me that you may have heard another battler, you know what I'm saying? For instance, verse Tony D, I used something. It was supposed to be a pain in my side instead of appendicitis. M City versus me had a similar bar where it was something like you can't stomach that appendicitis, but it's a totally different context.
It's gonna happen.
And it's the fact that the wordplay is similar or the wordplay is the same. Like there's a blatant difference to me between biting a bar and between having similar thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, for QP to stand in front of me and say something I don't buy, or something, do I think he stole that from me? It was in a totally different context. It was a setup for something else he was about to say. You know what I'm saying? So, I just say that to say, man, fans need to know, man, you guys are taking a lot of fun out of it. for some of us battles, man, by trying to make everybody seem like they're biting. I saw a video, somebody tried to say hollow bitter line. I saw another video, somebody saying Clips was biting lines, and it's like, bro, we take our time out of this to put together rounds to entertain you. We're not trying to steal other niggas' material. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is a culture. It's just like music, man. If you hear a nigga rhyme Hennessy and enemies, you're gonna think it came from Tupac. But the nigga's going, maybe the nigga sipping Hennessy and ran into his enemies. That's not, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, I just say that to say, man, like, hopefully after this battle comes out, this shouldn't be a dead issue, man. I don't even like talking about it, man. It's a discredit to me that is unnecessary and it's unreasonable, man. There's one thing I have in this battle rap game is integrity. I don't write for other people. I don't let other people write for me. I don't do bars from anybody else. I take pride in being a kingpin. Pride in being a kingpin, man. I'm not gonna let nobody take that away from me. I'm not gonna let nobody do nothing to take that away from me. I work hard for y'all to call me that. I'm gonna keep that title.
So all in all tonight, were you happy with your performance?
Very. I think I got the first clear. I think I got the third. The third is close. And the third on camera is going to be a toss-up. We both had a lot of humor.
Yeah, his second was fire, so I gave him the second too.
His second was fire. His second was dumb long. But it's fire. Super fire. And I'm not going to take that away from him. And then the third is close. The third is a toss-up. I think I edged it. He probably thinks he edged it. I'm sure there's a lot of people in here that feel he edged it. I'm sure there's a lot of people in here that feel like I edged it. What I think is important is people are going to want to watch this battle 1,000 times because of the shit that we said. People are going to want to go back and catch some things in his setups and catch some things in my setups, or, you know what I'm saying, niggas is just gonna like the battle for what we brought to it lyrically. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad live that the crowd was very receptive to both of us. So
that they were.
I think it was a really good battle overall.
Yeah, a lot of shit went over my head.
Already.
A lot of shit went over my head. I know I'm gonna catch it on cam, but for both of y'all too. So, I mean, y'all definitely was scheming like crazy. So, anything set up next?
I got a couple situations in the works with URL. You guys might see me in February. You guys might see me in March. You guys might see me in a 2-on-2 matchup. You guys might see me in a small room. You know
2-on-2. Are you in danger?
Another block number,
okay.
But not danger. But y'all might see that soon, like in March. You know what I'm saying? But we're still trying to figure everything out. We're still working on this with the Bees being smashed. I'm gonna definitely be a big part of URL this year, going forward.
That's good to hear.
We gonna see who steps to the plate, man. Arsenal, John, and Big T. We're gonna see who the first one is to step to the plate, to stand in front of the kingpin on the stage that matters. A lot of people are scared to stand in front of me on the stage that matters. Because if I get in that prep bag, it's gonna be a long night for niggas. You guys know that.
So either one of those three, but do you have one main one out of those three, like that's who you want?
John.
But
it makes more sense to me, you know what I'm saying? I think it's the one that people want to see most. I think people are kind of like on Big T because sometimes it's dope, sometimes it's not. I think Arsenal hasn't been hot as of late. His last 4 or 5 battles have kind of been like, you know what I'm saying? John's coming off a great battle with Tay-Rock, and he's coming off washing Wavy at Summer Madness. I'm coming off washing Prep, and I'm coming off Clear One over Saga at Perfect Day to Die. So I think it makes a lot of sense. It would be a dope known matchup. And see what them bars is hitting like on the big stage, you know what I'm saying? So I think it should happen. I spoke to John's open to it as long as the numbers is right. So let's make it work, you know what I'm saying? Smack Beasley, set it up, make it work.
I battled because I battled every other week last year.
That's a fact.
From rookie versus vets, every card, go look at it.
That's unfair, that's biased, you feel me? Asking the man about himself, but I'm gonna tell you biased. 30, my nigga. Chilla Jones is that nigga. If I went second, he would have 30'd me.